Join me and we will begin. So we begin by settling into the chair with the whole lower body, feet, legs, hips, and the low back and the middle back and the upper back, arms heavy, hands down, eyes closed. So we close off the outside world to come to the inside, and the breath is the path. So paying attention to the breath brings us to the inside. Brings us to the inside where we're going to check and discover anything uncomfortable, any discomfort, any pain, any part of the body that needs taking care of. That's your job. That's my job. And we're the only ones who can tell how we feel, what's enough, what's too much. So you're in charge of that. No force. What's enough? What's too much? So today our focus is going to be on the opposites of stay and movement. So sometimes the stay involves strength and sometimes it involves stretch. And the movement can be the same. The movement can be strength or stretch. So let's just discover what these options offer in this fabulous practice that's thousands of years old. We come home to the body. We begin our yoga practice. Hands resting, eyes closed. Once more, bringing attention to the inside, discovering. So what I want to discover now is how the body feels when it's at rest. So there's no demand at all. The breath pace is relatively relaxed. The hands, the fingers, the sensation of letting go and relaxing, of stillness, of resting and stillness. So we'll bring in movement next. Movement is lift those hands and stretch fingers wide. Movement is pull down and feel the stretch over the knuckles. Movement continues. Joints of the knuckles, the base of the thumb movement, and then thumb in, fingers wrap. It's a power squeeze, and this is a stay. Feel it? Feel that stay, the power and strength movement. Stretch, pull down, stretch. Joint movement. There's a bit of stretch involved here, and then there is the stay. Thumb in, fingers wrap, power and strength stay. Feel it? We call this one web. Pulling down, we call this one claw. Movement, we're calling this one beak. And paw, thumb in, fingers wrap, power squeeze, stay, feel it, and movement, stretch. Movement, pull down. Movement, joints of the hand, and stay, thumb in, fingers wrap, stay, feel your strength. One more time. At your own pace, web, claw, beak, and paw. And when you finish with the paw, with the stay, bring those hands to rest and feel the energy in the hands. Feel the energy from the movement. Feel the breath. Breath reflecting the fact that the arms were lifted that length of time. Everything affects the breath appropriately. So feel the breath. And we bring that movement and stay into shoulders. Movement first, up, back, and down. Just movement, up, back, and down. There's a bit of stretch as we feel it up, back, and down. A bit of stretch, up, back, and down. So let's see what stay feels like. Shrug up and stay. Notice where you feel it, what you feel, where you feel it. Roll back, press the elbows back and stay. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Roll the shoulders down, press the hands down, stay. What's true for you? One side and then the other. Up, back, and down. Noticing any difference you might feel in the sides. One side, more sensation, less range. The tighter side has more sensation. And the teaching says the stretch finds the tighter side. Up, back, and down. up, back, and down. This is all about movement. And in this range of movement, there is contract and there is stretch. Both are there. It's contract on the lift, it's stretch on the roll down. It's contract on the lift, it's stretch on the roll down. So once more, contract and stay. Feel it again. Feel the stay. Feel the contract. Roll back, press the elbows back, stay. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Roll down, press the hands down, stay. Isolate that stretch. Where do you feel it? And release. Have a breath. Have a breath as we move the action up the line. To stretch the chin up, to tuck the chin down and stretch the back of the neck. We call this one yes. As we lift and tuck, we say yes, stretch the front. Yes, stretch the back. It's movement up. It's movement down. It's movement that brings stretch. It brings stretch. Saying yes. Saying yes. Saying yes. And yes. Final lift. Final tuck, stay. Notice in the stay, we're feeling intensity, stretch in the back. Come back up to neutral and have a breath. Our second part is called the no. That was the yes. This is the no. And it is exhale, turn to the side. Pause, feel it. Inhale back. Exhale, turn to the other side. Feel it. Inhale back. This is movement. Saying no. Saying no. Saying no. No. A complete sentence. No, period. No, period. Pause here. See what you feel. So the stay, in this case, involves a lot of stretch on the outer rim. Come back. Let's turn the chin to the other side. Feel the stretch on the outer rim. It could be less, it could be more than the first side. And back. Finishing with no and no. Come back to center and have a breath. Yes, no. The third part of the next series is called Maybe So, and that is ear to the shoulder, chin tips up, top side stretch. So the stay is a stretch, and then the movement is return. Ear to the shoulder, chin tips up. The stay is stretch. The movement is return. And repeat. Saying maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe so. Find the tighter side. Notice how it feels, how much more intense than the other side. As we finish with maybe so. Maybe so. It's stretch, stay, feel it, return. It's stretch, stay, feel it, return. Come back to neutral, the breath. The breath. Let's open the arms, goalpost arms, cactus arms. So this is a bit of a stay with the elbows pressed back. Feel it along the spine. So this stay is about contract in the back and stretch in the front. Both are going on. When we close, fingers touch, elbows press. Now the back is in stretch. The back is in contract. We close, fingers touch, elbows press, the back stretches, stay, feel that stretch, open. Close, stay, feel that stretch, open. Stay, feel the stretch, open, stay. Open, stay. So now we've got stretch through the front, contract through the back, in the stay. Both are taking place in the stay. One more breath here. Now, the next movement is hands overhead, elbows pull down. Hands reach overhead, elbows up, pull, elbows down. Stay here. Feel what's going on. At the top, there's stretch. Trace down the spine. At the bottom, there is pull in, there is contract. Both are taking place. Inhale up and stay. So what do we notice? There's a very gentle contract at the top. We don't even feel that, but trace your way down the spine and picture those shoulder blades pulling apart. There's stretch. So this stay involves contract at the top and stretch at the bottom. Pull the elbows down, down, down. This stay involves stretch at the top and trace your way down the spine. Those contract shoulder blades pulling into center. So this arm movement, whether we close or open, whether we're overhead or down, works the back, works the neck and the shoulders with contract and stretch, with contract and stretch, with contract and stretch. Let's come back to center and bring the fingers to touch. Now we'll just notice as we circle those elbows, we're bringing movement into bone, ligament, tendon, muscle, movement in the shoulder socket. Small circles, big circles, it's all okay. We'll pause, circle other way, giant circles, smaller circles, baby circles. Pause here. Let's close and feel what's going on in the back of the body. There's stretch. When you open, there's contract. We'll release the hands, bring the hands to touch, bring the hands down, bring the elbows wide. Here, we're going to press. The stay is all about really power and stretch in the back and the shoulders and the neck, and soften, relax. Press and feel action. The stay is action, and soften. Press again, feel that stay, the stretch, the contract. You're feeling everything going on, and soften. One more time, press as hard as you can press. Identify what you feel and where you feel it, the neck, the shoulders, out to the elbows, and soften. Soften and take a breath. Rotate. This is about the wrist. Rotate. Movement is up. Movement is in. Movement is up and out. Movement is in. So we can call most of this movement stretch. Most of this movement involves stretch. So we're contrasting the effects of movement and stay. We're contrasting the effects of strength and stretch. Come back to center, press as hard as you can press, peel it, and release. Hands to rest. Eyes closed, check in. Check in with the pace of your breath, feel it. Check in with any leftover sensations in the neck, the upper back, the shoulders, whatever you notice. As we prepare to stretch the whole length of the spine. From the base of the skull through the neck, drop the chin, feel it. From the base of the neck through the ribs, hands over the knees, stretch, feel it. Slide the hands down the line. The stretch moves down the spine. The whole back of the body is in stretch. Stay. This stay is all about stretch. Come back up. Hands come to rest. We're lifting ribs and lifting chin. This stay is about stretch in the front. Tuck the chin, roll the hands, slide the hands. This stay is about the stretch in the back. So we're moving between at your own comfortable pace, stretching the front and then stretching the back. So this is all about movement and it's all about stretch. Take your time with it, make it your own. Your body always tells you what will feel good, what feels good. When you slide the hands down, my back loves this. It says, oh, yes, 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 I love it. When I lift up, I don't have that same sensation at all. I don't love it at all. But what feels so good is to stretch the back. So different for each. No wrong answer. We're moving between the stretch of the back and the stretch in the front. The back and front of the spine getting stretch. So this is 2 ways the spine can move: back bend and forward bend. When you come back to rest, bring the hands to rest, take a breath, and check in with sensation, with your reaction, and we'll release. And now we're bringing work to the core, crossing one leg over the other. Crossing one leg over the other and bring up the arms. So as you come back, it's movement and contract. So it's movement and strength. As you come up, it's movement and strength. This is an eccentric contraction coming back, a concentric contraction coming up. They're both movement and they're both for strength. Take your time, make it your own. Next time back, it's stay, and this is also about strength, but this is a stay. Open, close, open, close. So the first parts were movement about strength. This is stay about strength. When you close, come back up, release the arms, change out the legs. Other foot on top. Take a breath. Bring up the arms, swing to one side. Movement and strength. Exhale back, inhale, return. Contraction, contraction. So this movement is about strength. This movement is about strength. Next time back, stay. This stay is about strength. Another type of contraction called isometric contraction, it's the stay. Pause here, come back up, swing it around. Movement, strengthening, 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 strengthening. Stay. The stay is about strengthening too. Final breath, pause here, come back up, swing it back, release, release, open. This stay is about stretch. Feel it in the back, feel the stretch. This stay is all about stretch. Feel the breath pace, reflecting all that work. We're about to change position. So we're moving from the stay, that's a stretch, come back up, bring hand to the thigh, bring hand on top, aim nose, lean toward the hands. This stay is about stretch too. Stretch at the top side of the back. The power muscle, QL, that connects the upper body to the lower body. Stay. It's all about stretch. Let's press the hands and come back up. Swap it out, other side. Hand to the thigh, hand on top. Aim the nose. Lean in. Again, this stay is all about stretch. Final breath, press the hands and come back up. Bring the hands to the thighs. We rotate. So this is all about stretch. It's movement. It's movement and it is stretch. Stretch in the inner legs. Stretch through the low back. Stretch all around the hip socket. Movement. Movement and stretch. Pace that works for you. Next time forward, pause there. Pause when you're in the forward plane and have a breath. And now circle the other way. Still, it's all about stretch. See where you feel it. Low back, middle back, inner legs, around the hips. All about stretch. Pace that works for you. Pause in the forward plane, have a breath. Okay, come back up, bring the legs back, and prepare for working with the strength of the legs. And this is going to be strengthening and movement. So we let the hands rest. So this is the one where we say lift, extend, lift, release. The other one, lift, extend, lift, release. So this movement is all about strength. Up, out, up, down, up, out, up, down. Inhale up, exhale extend, inhale up, exhale down. Other side, lift, extend, lift, release. Kick high or low, kick fast or slow, it's all good. And in this case, we're talking about movement and strength. Try not to round and slump, try to sit up tall. Remind your body, sit up tall. We're continuing with our strengthening series for the legs and hips movement. We're finishing with the movement and strengthening. Take a breath. Now we're going to stay and strengthening. Lift and stay. Point and flex. So the movement is really just a distraction for the work that's going on. So the power is right here. The strengthening in the stay. Toes to the face, heel stretches away. Feel it. Let it down. Have a breath. Check out the other side. Stay. So the stay is all about strength here. The movement is just for a little stretch around the ankle, heel, ankle, calf, shin, and then we'll finish with the toes to the face, heel stretches away, but the real stay, the real strengthening is right here. Down. Breath. Breath. Foot across. Resting place. Hands slide down. Hands slide down. Feel the stretch. Feel the breath. Okay, now we're going to change the dimension of the stretch. This front that's in front, bring it up and hold it close and lean in. Deepening and relocating the intensity of the stretch. This stay is all about stretch. And we'll release, other foot on top, hands slide over and down. This stay is all about stretch. Stretching the neck and shoulders and back. Stretch moving down to low back into the hips and legs. See where you feel it. Different for each. No wrong answer. No such thing as where should I feel it? You feel it where you need it. Final breath. Let's draw that leg up, changing the dimension of this stretch. It's a stay and it's a stretch. We've changed the dimension of the stretch in the low back and in the hip. See what you feel and where you feel it. Preparing to release. We'll release. Bring that foot down. We're coming to stand strong foot back. We say nose over toes, so these power muscles can do the press, lift, and prepare. I move the chair, stand and say, standing back bend, soft knees, fold halfway. So the knees are softly bent. Inhale, lift up, lean back. The back is in contract, the front is in stretch. Fold halfway. So this is movement. It's stretch to the front, it is stretch to the back. It's movement and stretch. Movement and stretch. Movement and stretch. Movement and stretch. Couple more. This is your first aid kit for the tired back. It restores. It's fabulous. I use it all the time. Whenever my back is feeling fatigue, I'm working in the garden, hoeing and plowing junk. Okay, take a break, do a few. Come to rest. Come to mountain. So feet are hip width apart. We relax toes and knees. As tailbone tuck for some. Extension crown for all. Shoulders up, back, and down. Find that inner mountain. It's a stay. It's a stay. And some of the muscles are working, the legs and hips. Some are relaxing, the shoulders and the arms. So in this stay, the body is partially working and partially relaxing, partially strengthening, partially stretching. Final breath will release. We're moving to spinal twist. So we have to make sure the knees are bent, bring the hands to the front, alongside or behind, and we're rotating shoulders, side, side. Turning the head, turning the shoulders. It's movement and it's stretch. Movement and stretch. So we definitely feel the movement, but where is the stretch? Where do you feel it? Shoulders side to side, keep the knees unlocked. Picture the vertebrae in the neck rotating. That's what they're designed to do. That's why there's so many of them, designed to rotate. Okay, let's let it die down. Let's let it slow down. Let's come back to stillness and stay and feel energy, feel breath, feel whatever your body is revealing to you. So we're back to the stay. Some muscles working, others relaxing. Now we're going to move to a stay that has stretch in it. So find the seat of the chair, bring the hands there, soften the knees, fold from the hips. This stay is all about leg stretch. All about leg stretch. So I'm just gradually and gently straightening and stretching. This stay is all about stretch. Come to a rest. Bring the hips back and down, back and down, back and down. Lift the hands away or stay. The stay is all about strength. So the first stay was about stretch. This stay is about strength. Return to the stretch stay. Return to stretching the legs. Feel the breath reacting to the work. Okay, we're returning to the stay for strength. Hips back and down, 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 down. Fingers touch the chair or lift away. This stay is about strength. And our final stay is about stretch. Finishing with the stretch piece. Feel the breath. Feel the powerful leg stretches. You can just stay with stillness and just have one knee softly bent and let it deepen as much as it wants to. No force. No force. Typically, one leg will be tighter than the other. It is for me. My right leg is tighter. Final breath. Come back up, and we move to our side stretch. Legs wide. Hand can slide. Legs wide. Hand can slide. So this movement is about stretch. Soften the knees. Bring the elbow up and wide. Slide the arm up and over and slide the hand down the side. Feel that stretch and come back. So the movement was about stretch, and the stay is about stretch. Hand behind the head. Elbow up, elbow back, knees soft. Slide the hand down. This is a stay, and it's all about stretch. This stay is all about stretch. Final breath. Come back up. Release the arm, and let's swap out the chair to the other side. Legs are wide. Knees are soft. Hand can slide. Arm comes up. Soft knees. Movement. This movement is about stretch and come back. Hand behind the head. Knees unlock. Elbow up. Elbow back. Hand slides down. This is a stay, and it's also about stretch. On the inhale, lift and release and release and reposition the chair for our balance challenge that says 1 foot in front, 1 behind, lock focus, challenge balance, teach the body how to stabilize itself. That's what this is all about. Never did I do it. Am I learning? Is my body learning how to stabilize itself? Okay, let's try the other side. Foot in front, foot behind, eyes holding focus. Okay, release, release. Reposition the chair. For our series, it's going to be the Warrior 1, the Warrior 2, and the 3. And they're all about stay, and they're all about strength. Inside foot forward, outside foot wide and back. Inside knee bends, toes visible, so we're aligning toes over knee. Adjusting the angle of the back heel. Let's find the Warrior 1. As we bend that knee and sweep the arm up and stay. Press both heels. Stay. This stay is about strength. It's power and strength in legs and hips. It's also a little bit about stretch in the upper body. And some strength involved too. Final breath here. So leave the knee bent, bring the arm down, bring the finger to touch, rotate, rotate, rotate back, extend, and if you're comfortable lifting your hand from the chair, stay, front knee deeply bending, the Warrior 2. The hand can stay on the chair or lift away. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Power and strength in the stay. Okay, bring the hand back down, bring the fingers to touch, rotate forward, coming to the Warrior 3, which is the balance. Stand on one foot, lift the other. This is a strength once more in the standing leg and the lifted leg. The Warrior 3. Okay, bring the back leg down, resting place. This stay is about stretch. Parsvottanasana, stretch. Final breath. Come back up. We'll swap out the chair and bring inside foot forward and bring outside foot wide and back. Find the alignment in the ankle toe as we bend that front knee. And change the angle of the back heel. So we move into the warrior one. Sweep the arm up, bend the knee, press both heels, power and strength, legs and hips. This stay is about strength. Strengthen the legs and hips, a bit of stretch in the arm and shoulder. Final breath here. So I'm going to straighten the leg, bring the fingers to touch, rotate out behind, extend the arm, bend that front knee again, and if it's comfortable, lift both hands, looking back, pressing back heel down, pressing front heel down. The warrior two is, again, about strength. Final breath, hand to the chair, fingers touch, rotate forward, preparing for the warrior three. Foot forward, foot back, and lift and stay. Both legs working. Strengthen the stay. Now bring the back leg down, bring the hand to the front leg. This stay is all about stretch. Final breath. Come back up. Face the back of the chair. Step back, step back. This stay is about stretch, arms, shoulders back, hips and legs. Everything in stretch as we watch the breath come back to rest. Final breath here. So we'll release and come closer to the chair. And now we're going to be alternating sides. It's going to be movement and strength. Movement and strength. So I'm gripping the chair, lean slightly forward there. The movement is inhale, lift, exhale, down. Other side, inhale, lift, exhale, down. So it's movement and strength. Continue. We're continuing. A few more. Movement and strength. This is lifting weights. The weight you're lifting is the weight of the leg. Finishing. Final set. Pause here, have some breaths. So that was movement and strength. Now we're going to come to stay in strength. When you're ready, lift one foot and stay. Stay and strength. And ready to release, have a breath. Other side, stay in strength. Feel the muscles working. And down, down once more, step back, stay and stretch. Feel the breath. We're ready to release, come back to stand, finishing with our balance challenge. 1 foot down, 1 foot lift, eyes locked, holding, focus, stay. So this is really about strength. All the muscles in the legs and hips working and adjusting to the demand of the whole body weight on one leg, on 1 foot. And we'll change sides. Change it out. Standing foot, other in front or behind, holding focus. Ready to release and release, and ready to, once more, return to the chair. Return to the chair, hands to the knees, folding there. This day is about stretch. See where you feel it. So I'm mostly focused on my breath, but I do feel stretch in the low back. So this day is a resting place, and it's a forward bend. And forward bend, stretch. So we're preparing for our series that contracts the muscles of the back and builds back strength. And there will be both repetition and stay. No surprises there. That's the theme of the day. So let the hands down. Repetition, press up, peel up, and exhale down. This is a strength lift and a stretch down. Strength on the lift, stretch on the down. So movement offers you strength and stretch. The movement offers you strength and stretch. Strength and stretch. Strength and stretch. Strength and stretch. One more, strength and stretch. Stay. So that was movement offering strength and stretch. Let's find out what the stay offers. Press the hands up, peel the ribs up, stay. What do we notice? Is there stretch anywhere? I feel some in the front of my right shoulder, but that's all I notice. Is there strength? The whole back is in contract. That's your strengthening. So this stay offers mostly strength and a little bit of stretch. Mostly strength and a little bit of stretch. We're ready to release down. This is all about stretch. Have a breath. All about stretch. Feel the breath. Feel the stretch wherever you feel it. I feel it in my low back. We have asymmetrical. So let's see what that offers us. Press hands up, peel ribs up, bring one arm forward. So there's stretch in the front, there's contract in the back. So this stay offers both stretch and strength, and down. Down and have a breath. We'll try the other set. Press up, peel up, arm forward, arm back. The front side is in stretch. The back side is in contract. So the stay offers both stretch and strength, and down. Down, hands to the thighs. Breath is free. Stay here and relax. If the thoughts go outside, pull them back to the breath, to the body, to sensation, to your reaction, to this moment. So they call this mindfulness. Everything we're reading these days about mindfulness has only to do with staying in the present moment, pulling the thoughts from the past, pulling the thoughts from the future, bringing the thoughts to the right now. Bringing the thoughts to the right now, the sensation in the back, shoulders, whatever, come back up to sit and prepare for our spinal twist. And it's going to be a stay, but we will feel what's going on as we bring hand across. As we bring hand down behind. Now we'll lengthen the spine on the inhale breath. And on exhales, gradually and deep, deep, deep into the twist. The stay offers stretch. Feel it. The stay offers stretch in the neck, the shoulder, across the ribs and down the back, and even into the hip. Final breath, release the head forward. See what this feels like. Release hands, arms, shoulders, ribs, belly. Have a breath in the center. Head the other way. Hand across, hand down behind. Press the hand, lengthen the spine gradually and gently. Use the exhale breaths to deepen the stretch in this stay. So this stay allows us to stretch bit by bit, deeper and deeper in the neck, over the ribs, down the spine, in the twist. The stay is all about stretch. We'll release the head, release the hands, release back to center, hands to rest, fold a bit, resting here, forward bend, stretch, stay. This stay is all about stretch and relax. Stretch and relax. Feel the breath adjusting. Okay, come to rest. Sit back, preparing for eye movements coming up. We get comfortable in the chair with the legs and hips. We close the eyes, bring the hands to rest, bring attention to the eyes, where we're going to exercise all those tiny eye muscles. Try to be lifted up with the shoulders, not rounding and slumping, lifting, perching on the chair. Okay, picture, clock dial, picture 12. Open the eyes to the 12, bring the eyes around to the 3, down to the 6, up for the 9, and back to the 12. Close the eyes. Have a breath. Open again at 12. Go the other way to the 9, down to the 6, up for the 3, and back to the 12. Close the eyes. Have a breath. Thinking next about the diagonal lines of movement, we'll open the eyes and stretch them from the 2 to the 8. This movement is about stretch and strength. Pause here, close eyes, have a breath. Let's feel the other diagonal line from the 10 to the 4. This movement is all about stretch and a little bit of strength in the eyes. And the eye muscles, pause, close, center, have a breath. Final eye movement is focal point. We extend arm, extend thumb. Bring focal point to the tip of the nose. Look at it. Feel it in the eyes. Focal point, thumb. Look at it. Feel it in the eyes. Focal point, go far away. Then back to the thumb and back to the nose, exercising the eyes. This movement is about stretch and a little bit of strength thrown in. Okay, let's pause, close center, relax the eyes, release the hand. Get comfortable. If you need to wiggle in the chair, we're bringing hands together, rubbing palms. Rubbing palms, building heat. Building heat in the palms as we cup the palms over the eyes. Let the eyes relax. Warm, dark, soft, relax. This stay is all about relax. Feel the breath. Feel the eyes. Bring the fingertips to the bridge of the nose. Then the movement is a light touch stroking out from the center to the temples. Movement. Pause at temples. Draw fingers from the temples to the jawline. From the jawline to the chin. Release the hands, palms open, eyes closed if you need to be more comfortable in the chair, not rounding and slumping. Eyes closed, palms open, find the breath. Find the movement of your breath. And on the next exhale breath, on the exhale, draw the fingers gently in. Stay here on the inhale breath. As you exhale, let the fingers open. On the inhale, stay. Close on the exhale, fingers gently in. Stay on the inhale breath. On the exhale, let the fingers open. On the inhale, stay. Close on the exhale. Inhale, stay. Open on the exhale. Release movement, stay in stillness. Final breath here. Release, arms open wide, cross pat yourself on the back for taking care for another day, and thank you. See you next time.